A familiar face in the Springfield Diocese takes on a newly created position of Director of Catechetics and Youth Formation. GINA CZERWINSKI, who has served as Diocesan Youth Ministry Director for the last 2 years, spoke with Rebecca Drake recently about the potential for Catholic youth to inspire a renewal of faith in the local church.
GINA CZERWINSKI says it all began with Pope John Paul II.
As a teenager, I felt called by now St. John Paul II to really go out and not be afraid, to dare to dream and to live and to serve and to be faithful. And it was a calling that I took very, very seriously as a youth and young adult.
That first calling led GINA to a career as a youth minister and religious educator. After serving the last 2 years as Director of Youth Ministry in the Springfield Diocese, she was appointed to the new position of Director of Catechetics and Youth Formation.
I'm excited for the opportunity to serve the diocese, to use, like I said, the gifts and talents that God has given me to be able to serve, hopefully in leading people forward and engaging them in conversations around faith formation in a more broader sense. We can come to see how that's going to impact the lives of today's young people for generations moving forward.
And today's young Catholics, she says, are ready to serve their church.
They're eager, they're willing to learn, they're willing to grow, they're willing to be challenged, they love to serve.
The youth of the diocese, according to GINA, also have a thirst for spirituality and a desire to know more about their faith.
They're very open to things, to the breadth of what the Catholic Church has to offer. They're very interested in learning the history of things and why we've done things the way they are. They want to learn, popular piety, devotions and things like that, because it's just so different than the rest of society.
And the place where the faith of the youth is nurtured is where they are right now, their parishes.
They want to express their spirituality, so they want to be engaged in the life of the parish and in the mission of the parish. So really service is definitely where they express that spirituality.
Empowering youth to share in the mission of the church is the work of the entire parish community, in particular adult catechists, like those who recently gathered in Springfield for the biennial New England Convocation for Catechetical Leadership. One local catechist says she was inspired by the convocation speakers.
It gives us practical ideas to move forward, and we all need to move forward. The world is changing. It's a different world. It's much more digital. It's much more internet run, and we have to change with that.
Joanne Baggy welcomes GINA CZERWINSKI's leadership as catechists continue their ministry in this changing world.
I find her very approachable. She has youth on her side. She has given the diocese, I believe, some renewed energy.
Springfield Bishop Mitchell Rosansky, who was one of the speakers at the convocation, also praises GINA's experience and enthusiasm, both in her work in youth ministry and now in her new position.
I'm very happy that GINA brings that same type of enthusiasm, that great insight, her knowledge of theology, her love of the Lord in our catechetical ministry in the Diocese of Springfield.
With the support of pastors, adult leaders, and parish communities working together, the diocese's new Director of Catechetics and Youth Formation envisions a renewal of faith in the Catholic Church.
I'm hoping for a church that's very vibrant and very family-focused and engaged. I want to see that womb-to-tomb ministry very, very alive and well, that people are engaged in learning about their faith regardless of what age they are in, and that our youth are helping to set the tone moving forward, that their energy can really revive us and enthuse us to go out into the mission fields and to serve.
And for those in that mission field, the teacher is Jesus, and the classroom door is always open. For Real to Real, I'm Rebecca Drake.
Congratulations to Gina Czerwinski on her new position, and special commendations go out to all the catechists in our diocese who give their time and energy to bring the good news of the gospel to the people of all ages.